Hello, everybody, and welcome back, the Queen City Gamer. I'm going to get back into some Field of Glory 2 today. Covered quite a few of the battles, pretty much all of them in this pack of epic battles, The Rise of Rome, featuring Rome versus the Carthaginians. But now we're going to move on a little bit. We're looking at 190 BC, the Battle of Magnesia. Believe it or not, there is a place called Magnesia, or there was. 190 BC, the Romans versus and I always get these wrong. I don't know the pronunciation. Seleucid, I'm gonna say Empire. I'm not 100% sure, but basically this battle. Always like the background information. At this date, the Hellenistic Seleucid kingdom stretched from southern Asia Minor to the borders of India. King Antiochus III, after an early defeat against Ptolemy IV of Egypt at Raphia in 217 BC, enjoyed a successful military career, gaining victories in the east against Parthia and the Greco-Bactrian kingdom, and succeeding in driving Ptolemy V out of Judea and various cities on the coast of Anatolia. In 192 BC, Antiochus invaded Greece with an expeditionary force and was elected commander in chief of the Aetolian League. In 191 BC, however, the Romans routed him at Thermopylae, so I guess there was more than one battle of Thermopylae at least. Um, I'm thinking of the Persians and Greeks. But this is a different one. This is newer, more recent, forcing him to withdraw to Asia Minor. So, yeah, the Romans under Lucius Cornelius Scipio followed up this success by invading Anatolia, which would be modern-day Turkey, assisted by their ally Eumenes II of Pergamum. The two armies met at Magnesia in western Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, in December of 190 BC. The historical victor in this battle was Rome, and the aftermath of this was Antiochus was forced to pay a huge war indemnity and give up large swaths of territory in Asia Minor. And this was parceled out amongst Rome's allies, notably the Kingdom of Pergamum. Over the following century, the Seleucid kingdom continued to decline, its remnants being annexed by the Romans as early as 63 BC, according to this. So this is should be an interesting battle. We're moving into a different area here. It's still the Romans. We're looking at 190 BC. So we got all of our normal objectives here. We've got the routing conditions here, at least 40% of their troops and 25% more than you've lost, or routing 60% of their troops. So the objectives are pretty much the same. The little notes we've got here is the Seleucid army is based around the usual Hellenistic pike phalanx, supported by elephants in the intervals between the battalions, but contains many other varied units from all over the vast Seleucid Empire. The Seleucid cavalry has recently been re-equipped as fully armored cataphract lancers, mailed from head to foot on armored horse. So they're the most fearsome cavalry of the ancient world. That's interesting to know. I believe I've heard that before. I don't know a whole lot about that kingdom, but I do remember hearing something about that they apparently had some of the most fearsome cavalry of the ancient world. And you know how much I like the Numidian light horse, if you've been following along with the Carthaginians, but we're talking about some pretty heavy duty armored cavalry here. So let's see what else we have here. The only ones capable of defeating legionaries by a frontal charge. Wow, that's pretty impressive for back then. As usual, the Romans are formed up in depth so as to be able to deal with any enemy breakthroughs. All right, so as usual, the Romans are far enough in depth, so we know that. All right. So on their right, their ally, King Eumenes of Pergamum, is deployed with his boy, some of these names, Xistophoro, Xistophori Lancers, the only cavalry on the Roman side capable of matching their Seleucid opponents. But first they must survive the onslaught of the dreaded scythed chariots. Wow. So we got some chariots, some scythe chariots. Looks like some pretty impressive cavalry to deal with here. So we'll take a look and see what we've got starting out here. So my army looks like we are going to play as the Seleucid. I'm seeing the Xistophori here, talking about the Lancers. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this would be yeah, we're the Romans. I'm sorry. Yeah, these are the Pergamum uh, Xistophori we were just talking about. So they're armored Macedonian style lancers, and we've got our own armored cavalry, some light javelin horse, so our hostades, principes. We got some pretty standard type units here. So looking at points, cost, quality. Excuse me. So it looks like we've got. I guess I could do an autofill, couldn't I? So I did an autofill just for fun here. So I got 58 points left. Don't know that I can really use anything else. I guess that's that. So we're good. We'll just accept it and take a look at the battle lines, see what we've got here. Wow, yeah. So yeah, we can see we got Romans pretty much in depth as they talk about. Looks like they're lining up here in depth. We have our Roman and Allied cavalry off on the right. There's our this Xistophori. I know I'm slaughtering these names. That's okay. Oh my gosh, the scythe chariots. What do those things look like? This is going to be interesting. This is going to introduce some newer units. I think I can see the size on the side of the wheels maybe. It's going to be really interesting to see how these units perform. And we do have some more cavalry, Roman and allied cavalry over here on the left. Um, Quite a few units here. Friari in the depth. Some Thracians bringing up the back here. They're probably not going to be very effective. Pike phalanx. We got lots of pike phalanx units here with the Seleucids. So going to be a very interesting one for sure. So I think we're going to get the first move here. I think we will do that. So we have Peltas. Um, Javelins, light spear. They have 5 turns worth of ammunition. I don't know that I want to go up too far. Do I have any shots available? No, I don't, actually. Interesting. There may be a slope involved. I'm not sure. We do not have any. All right, we do have them in range, and I'm going to go for it. Okay, disrupted. So I've disrupted the scythe chariots already. I don't know how smart this is moving forward like this. We'll move them up one anyhow. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That was dumb. Can I turn? Oh, I messed that up. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go forward. Probably be smart to zoom in a little bit better if I'm trying to move these individually. And I also goofed. I meant to try to move them forward as a unit, which I know you can do in the first turn. I don't know of any. Hit it again. Oh well, we're gonna trade spaces, I guess. That's not what I wanted to do at all. All right, there we get to go. All right, see, there's my. I still forget this sometimes about the right clicking. Maybe, where's my leader at? So if I right click, oh my gosh. Guys, I am sorry. I'm learning this game and I should read the rule book, but that's one of the mistakes I've been making this whole time. Right there, you just saw it. I clicked on the leader and I had the option to move the entire unit forward in formation. That's what I've been missing for so many of these games. And I mean, I apologize. That's not, by now I should have should have realized that. All right, so apparently I can't do that here. I'm right clicking. I don't have that option. So that's okay. I mean, as long as I can do that on some of the units, that's good. Oh my gosh, this is scary. There's a lot of cavalry here. All right, I don't know. We're gonna post up in this area. How smart this is. Just gonna try to swing these guys out a little bit more. Because my worry is about this cavalry coming around here a little bit, swinging around my right side. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. This is kind of a work in progress for me understanding the best way to play this game. So yeah, here I can't do that either. But we're gonna come forward. Can these guys? See, yeah, they can't stop on the river. Oops, we're gonna have to go there. I guess they can't cross. So the river may be a little bit of a barrier that I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh my gosh, that cavalry looks frightening. All right, I think I've moved everybody forward as far as I can, and I don't believe I have any real shots with these guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this turn. Let's just see what they do on their end. Let's check it out. Let's see what the Seleucids have. Uh-oh. They're coming forward with their javelins. I guess that's kind of expected. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's played this game a lot and you're really experienced, I don't mind somebody, if you want to leave comments and say, "Hey, man, I could save you a whole lot of time. I got a tip for you." Yeah, that would be great. I just picked up on that whole unit movement thing. Um, that I think a couple times I was doing it on the first move of a battle, and then for some reason I wasn't able to figure it out after that. We'll see how that works. Wow. Well, historically, the Romans won this battle, so we'll see. It's just like it's kind of looking pretty impressive seeing all these Seleucids coming forward, though. I have to admit. Here comes that cavalry, just like I thought they would. At least the light cavalry is. Oh, interesting. They're bringing that cavalry up behind. Ooh, Big charge is coming forward. Look at those scythe chariots. That is impressive. They've got some kind of thing sticking out on the front. I can't quite zoom in on that. Oh, all right. So they're done. That was it. That was all I had. I have to zoom in a little bit on this. But it looks to me like they've got some kind of blades sticking out on the front. So, like, holy cow. So, like, when they come forward into my cavalry, that looks devastating, whatever those are. There's some kind of blades here across the horses. It looks like there's some kind of a bar almost. And then there's like a big blade here and a big blade over here on on the left side. And then you've got blades on the chariots themselves, on the wheels. Wow. That had to be a pretty fearsome thing to deal with. I do feel really bad about the horses, though. Man, that's got to be rough. But anyhow, okay, so I'm just gonna probably end this here. I don't want to make this a super long video. I am trying to get back into some more of the Field of Glory 2 stuff. It seems to be pretty popular with a good group of people out there. Some nice historical battles, and I love this stuff. You know, I have a interest in history, and quite a bit of this stuff I'm really not up on. Some parts of the Roman Empire I do know, Roman Republic and Empire, but there's a lot of it that I don't. I mean, that's a very long history, and they touched on quite a few other cultures during that time. So anyhow, we're just gonna leave the battle here where it is for now, and pick this back up. But I appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support that we're watching, and yeah, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, however you want to do it. I just love to play the games and just like to share a little bit of the content of some of the games that I enjoy. So I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video. Thank you.